So we have calendar now. So what we're going to do, rather than improve that iron right this second right now, we're going to improve this incense. And we're going to pick to go back to currency. Just to show you about the unhappiness. The Parthenon gets a -2% there, as you can see in the bottom left corner, due to the happiness problem. But because we have our social policy that helps us build wonders much more quickly, we get a 15% bonus, so it adds up to 13%. Good job I checked for barbarians, because there's an archer in a barbarian encampment here. So we're going to beat it up. Archers have much worse strength in a melee attack than fellow warriors, hence that was so much easier. I'm going to go back to heal, just because it means we can sentry en route back. Barbarians will pillage improved tiles, which makes them a pain in the backside. Doesn't make them massively dangerous, it just makes them incredibly annoying. Oh, we've actually got access to that silver now, so we're going to work that for 2 extra gold with no extra sacrifice. That is very, very nice. Oh, 2 of their fellow civilizations are now in the classical era with us, so that's good for them. We're going to improve this wine, and we're going to heal. Plantation, very important for this empire with regards to its happiness, hence we went off course to sort it out. You only need mining, by the way, in order to improve the silver. You don't need a massively fancy technology to do so, so that's very nice. Silver and gold are arguably the best resources in the game, because they provide the most bonus. They provide 2 extra gold right now, and you may say to me, but Daniel, I know that gems provide 3. That is true. However, you can get a building to improve your gold and silver, so it produces 4 extra gold rather than 2, making it a better long run resource. Either way, they're both very good resources. We've now got our incense, and notice how our happiness has gone up by 4. This now means we can actually improve cities and get their population up. Notice how the incense that we've improved offers another gold compared to before. So our cities are now going to start trying to grow again. As you can see, the number on the left is the population they have. The number on the right is how many turns until they get another population point. For example, in Warsaw, it's currently got 4 population, and in 10 turns that will go up to 5. However, by chopping down that forest, the iron will no longer produce any food. So if we want to keep our growth of our cities up, we will have to work a different tile. All forest tiles provide 1 food, 1 hammer. Even if they are on a hill, even if they are flat, it's all the same. We're being shot at by archers, they can hit you from 2 tiles away. So we're going to run away. We can't see the other archer, so we're going to attack while we don't think it will hit us. And the one that is in the encampment fortified, if it was to attack us, it would no longer be fortified. Therefore, it wouldn't get its 40% fortification bonus, so it would be suicide for it to do so. And that's where the archer is. So once it hits us, it will inevitably on this turn, because it's a free pot shot, we're going to run away, because we get no bonus in taking that archer out. Why did you not get any experience from that, you may ask me? Barbarians can only provide up to 30 experience on a unit. That way you can't just grind on them continuously. Krakow loves the king, and has entered what we call We Love the King Day. Each city will desire a luxury good, and if you get it, it will give a 25% bonus growth for 20 turns. What resource it wants is randomised out of resources you don't have. Unless you have every luxury resource in the game, in which case it will pick any of them, and you will almost instantaneously go into the bonus. On a game like this, I doubt everyone's going to get all the luxuries in the game, but never mind. There's a Barbarian Spear over here in our territory, therefore we know there must be an encampment off to the east. So once our warrior has healed, we will go investigate. The Barbarian attacked the city. It did 28 damage to Krakow. Notice how 28 though is very, very little on the health bar. Cities have a lot of HP compared to regular average Joe units. Actually, we'll go in here and heal because it'll be quicker. And the spear took a lot of damage. Krakow's combat strength is 9. If I had a unit in there, it would be higher, otherwise known as a garrison. We're going to have to be careful if we improve any tiles around Krakow, because barbarians are inclined to steal workers off you and then run away with them back to their encampment. Here is a Barbarian Galley. Real civilizations can't build galleys. We can build triremes, which are the weakest ship that the game can let real civilizations make. But the galley is something that barbarians have that are mostly just there to harass you. They're not very dangerous. They're about as dangerous as they are unattractive to look at. And in this game, everything looks sweet, so you can put that in perspective. We have the Parthenon, very, very quickly. And it contains a pre-built great work of art. Now is time for me to explain tourism. This person could, I'm not going to let her. In our tourism overview, we have the Great Library here. All of our great wonders here that provide access to tourism are going to be in this list. The Parthenon came with a painting, and it is this. Hang on, we need to do it this way. And it is this. I don't know what that is because I'm not a very cultured individual, but that is the painting. And this painting provides 2 culture and 2 tourism per turn. Now, if we go back to our culture overview, we can now see that we are earning culture and that we are going to start influencing people because we are infecting our tourism on them. 2 each. So let's wait a turn. Warsaw's up to 5 population. What do we want to work? We will work this. That is fine. 5 population is good enough for now. What do we want to build here? We are going to build... If I go for Stonehenge, I think the AI might beat me to it. So we're going to try the Hanging Gardens instead. So let's say a turn goes by. So we click next turn. And a turn passes. Now we want to culture overview. And we can see that our tourism has started. It's a very small bar, but the tourism has started to grow. For us to win culturally, the tourism has to overtake the culture. As we can see already, it's going to be Rome that are the biggest issue if we wanted to win culturally, because they're producing a lot more of it than the other 2. Let's get next turn. We're 20 turns away from currency. And in currency, there is Petra. Petra is why I have built Krakow where I have, because it improves desert tiles, of which Krakow is next to 3. The question though is, where on earth is this encampment that is inevitably around here? I'm searching for it, but I cannot find it. Must be around here somewhere. Well, with Krakow's up to 3 populations, so we're going to work the silver. Now I want to show you demographics. The demographics screen is basically an indicator as to how well you're doing compared to other civilizations. On the left here are all the ranks that we have. There are only 4 civilizations in the game, hence the numbers vary from 1 to 4. We're bottom of literacy, approval, soldiers and crop yield, for example. That means we're producing the least food, are the lowest on technologies, have the unhappiest people, and we've got the worst army. We can see who's the best and the worst. For example, we can see that Shaka Zulu, unsurprisingly, has the biggest army. As a result, we're going to have to improve our army, because otherwise Shaka will think, ooh, easy target, let's kill them. And we don't want to do that. In fact, because there are only 4 of us in this game, given that we know the highest and the lowest, we can work out a pretty accurate average for the other 2. So that's pretty easy. But either way, we need to improve our army. But rather than spend ages building them, which is a pain in the bum, what we're going to do instead is buy some when we get to the opportunity. An archer costs 460 gold, and we're not far away from that now. So once we get to it, we're going to build it. And I still don't know where this encampment is. It must be reasonably near us because it attacked us. And if it was close to the Venice, it would attack Venice. We must work it out. The Hanging Gardens, by the way, produce extra food, which is why I'm going for that. As this is mostly plains, it's very important to get as much food improvement as physically possible. We're now going to go improve that silver. Still don't know where this encampment is, though. So round there it is. Oh! The barbarians in Brave New World get a unique unit. That is a new thing. And it is the hand axe. And I'm actually going to show you it, because the human player cannot build the hand axe. It's a replacement for the chariot archer, which we haven't built because I don't like them, to be honest. It's got a strength of 9. It has a range strength of 9. It is, in fact, a ranged unit. It's an archery unit, technically speaking, despite the fact it's got no bow. But its range is only 1. It can only hit with a ranged attack 1 tile away. This is pretty foreshadowing for what happens to archery units. Without wishing to spoil too much, archery units, although their range starts at 2 now, it doesn't stay at 2 for very long. Unfortunately though, we can see that there are lots of units swarming around here. So what we're going to do is build this archer with cash, fortify this, and we're going to send the archer over there to try and help our warrior clear out the barbarians. Because they are dangerous in that number. Well, not massively, just more annoying. But either way, we need to deal with them. Because that encampment will keep spawning more and more units. And as we can see, it already has spawned quite a lot of them. So much so we're actually going to move our unit back. Because we don't want to be fired on by all those archers. Okay, we're going to fortify there because that will probably mean the archers will focus on the warrior and not the other archer that's sniping at them. Can you see, by the way, how our tiles have improved? That iron used to earn 1 food, 2 hammer. It now produces 4 hammer. Going to fire away there. Because we're fortifying, our warrior is healing gradually, but it's taking more damage than it is healing. Barbarians, despite fortifying, cannot heal. This can be a saving grace in that you can outstall them. Like so, that's now rid of. We're only going to be fired on by 1 archer now. So what we're going to do, we're going to move here. We're going to move the warrior away so it can heal at double speed in our territory. We're going to get the library next turn, which will be nice. That means our science is now going to go from 16 to 18 per turn. Lovely jubbly. We're going to choose to build... Well, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. We're going to start building a shrine, but we're going to switch it soon. You'll see why. Going to snipe that off in a 1 hit. New! We are going to have... what are we going to have? We're going to pick representation. It means when we settle another city it'll cost less culture to get policies. It also means we're in an artificial golden age, which will be very important soon. It also... I try and time golden ages around when we're building wonders, because wonders take a long time to build. Therefore, a 20% bonus against them is very important. Augustus Caesar has completed the pyramids, so that is a wonder we can't now build. Now we've got currency, so we're going to change our production to Petra. It's going to take a long time, which is why we rushed there early. We have improved that wine. We are now going to try and improve that wheat. We're going to run away a bit and then fire here. An archer can only fire on what it can see, and as its vision is 2, it obviously can't fire further away even if its range was higher than 2, because it can't see it. You can't fire what you can't see. We're not the American military. Ooh, satire, I'm kidding. So what we're going to do now is go for construction. We could go for ironworking, but we're not going to right now. There's no real need. The warrior attacked the archer, and as you can see, we took more damage than they did. But it's okay, because we can fire on them like that and not take any damage at all. Unfortunately for us, there's still a hand axe and an archer to go, even when that warrior bites the dust. Because that encampment has been there for a long time, it has been able to swarm units, and therefore it is more dangerous. We've now been able to take that out though, so that's good. There's a warrior down. Slowly but surely, we're getting these units killed. What we are going to do though, notice how we have 6 iron and 4 horses. Oh no, I was going to try and trade them with somebody, but nobody else is actually earning any gold per turn whatsoever. You can only trade gold when you're friendly, when you've declared friendship. But because we can't do that with anybody at the moment, we're unable to do that. Also, we don't want to supply Shaka Zulu with iron, because he's very dangerous with it. We don't mind supplying Enrico Dondalo with it,
Salute.
if he will accept our friendship, which he will not. But Augustus Caesar's unique unit requires iron, and Shaka Zulu likes warmongering, so he likes to hoard iron, so it is very dangerous to give iron to either of those 2 individuals. Have a nice sip of my drink. Carling cider if you're particularly interested, but there we go. So we're slowly sniping away at the hand axe while the barbarian archer slowly snipes away at our warrior. The difference being that while my unit is fortifying, it is healing, while theirs is fortifying, it is not. So we don't have to worry about it. We've now got improved silver, so our happiness is now 9. And can you see that? When you build wonders, you can see them physically. Petra is starting to be formed here next to the oasis. The Great Library is built in Warsaw. And as we're trying to build the Hanging Gardens, it is there just at the top of the mine, the iron mine. It's a nice attention to detail that this game has. Sometimes, though, the game is a bit dim and tends to build things in ridiculous places. If somebody reminds me in this video, I will try and put a link to that in the description of how stupid the game can sometimes be. I'll try and put it there anyway, but I might forget, you see. Got a unit promotion there, we're going to fire up the hand axe, and we've now taken it out. So we're going to be cheeky and run in and take it, and take the 75 gold. And on that bombshell, I'm going to end this recording batch. Thank you all so much for listening. Stay tuned!